Natural lawnmower, aren't we? Eh? Natural lawnmower and snapper lawnmower. I've been given. Oh, we've been given. There's a view of it for you here. This is what I've been using to do my paddock. I still haven't got the grey Fergie going. Just snap the back tools. It is a bit of a just a bit too tall for it. It's struggling. Keep snapping the belt. Just put a new belt on. Just fun because I've got a frozen shoulder at the moment. So brand new belt on, so I should have another go. I'm only putting half the deck in the long grass, but it gets clogged up and snaps it. But yeah, I've been giving it. It's not a bad little toy, is it? Just need to put some fuel in. A couple of little things. The screw's missing on the cap, so I can't tilt it up on its back because all the fuel falls out. I can get these caps, but they're from America, and it's like $5, $8 for the cap, and that's about $40, $50 for postage. So I'm paying a lot of money for a little cap, so I'm trying to find one in the UK. Right, got some fuel here. We're gonna need fuel. We're gonna need fuel. Yes, Larry. Yes. We're going to be starting him up from cold. And I shall show you my little snapper. Oh no, I don't know much about snapper mowers, but I do know. In fact, before I got given it, I didn't know anything about them. I never heard of them. I have heard of the engines though, which is a Briggs and Stratton engine. I've heard of them. I know of them. Right, so what's the power? It's a 12.5 horsepower rear engine. And we shall see it running in a minute. A bit more. It's always tricky doing things whilst holding a camera, isn't it? Yeah, Mum. And it's just neat. Petrol we put it in. No additives needed. We're nearly there. There's a couple of different models of these. This is the 33-inch blade, and that's a lot of them have a round tube that comes along here. I've got a rectangular one. And we shall just this off. This video will get better. I've got a head mount for when I'm driving it, so you'll be able to see better. Just keep both hands on the wheel. Once I've done all this, faffing about one-handed, filling up the fuel. Should have filled it before I started the video, really, shouldn't I? Right then. So there we go. We're on board. Yay! It's my little snapper mower. It's on my left foot. First half is clutch and last half is brake. It's nice. Got controls here, we've got the ignition, engine revs, and we've got a little parking brake here. So we push the foot brake, put it on, and that will hold it on the brakes. Just hit the foot brake to release that. We've got the blade control just down here. So what we do with this, to engage the blade, you just push it along and to the side, and then you keep your foot on that little blade there, and that holds it in place. The second you take your foot off that, it pings back. What you're doing with that is, you'll see down there, when I pull the lever, it just brings that pulley in and tightens up the belt so it turns the blade. And there's a brake on the blade, so when you release that, it stops spinning. Here we've got the gears. We've got 5 forward gears, and a reverse. And it's as simple as that, YouTubers. Oh yes, we've got the deck ice. I've got it on 6, which is the highest. Goes from 6 down to 1. But we're in a paddock, we're not got bowling green. See this on here. It's very sunny. Well, I was going to do it yesterday, but it was a bit wet. Right, so we shall start him off. It's a cold engine. I shall demonstrate by putting my hands on. There's the exhaust. Oh, I've not put the fuel cap back on either. So put the fuel cap back on first. There we go, fuel cap's back on, but yeah, cold engine, dead cold, so we're going to do a cold start. Sorry about the choke. Put him all the way up to there. He's in neutral, he is. Right, let's start him up, eh? Just get into the paddock. There we go, we've got molding, we can have a better look at it now. So it's a 33 inch, you can get a 31 inch and a 28 inch, all the rest of it. See all the way around my little snapper mower on the rear end. So when you're working on it, you can tilt it up onto that, on its back. I've got a frozen shoulder. I can't lift it all the way up with one hand. Plus with that cap all the petrol falls out, so I need to get the cap. I need my frozen shoulders to get that. So you can see what I've done on the paddock, and it is struggling a bit with the long grasp. It struggles when I start snapping belts. It is quite long though. It's very long in places, especially down the bottom end. But it's doing it. I think once it's down it'll keep on top of it. It's just getting the long grass down in the first place, and then it'll be fine then. It'll be fine. It was struggling to get up the slope as well. The clutch looked fine, but there was only 3 nuts on instead of the 4. There should be 4, there's 1 nut missing. It does feel a bit wobbly, so there's something amiss there as well. Right, let's get cracking, shall we? Well, it's slightly warmer start now because we've driven it here. Right, there we go. I find second best from my end. We shall get the blade going now. It'll get noisy now, the blade will come on. Off the clutch. And we're going. We're going. stuff that I've already got down, it does fine. It can cope. So I just put my front wheel on the edge. It's a grand job, doesn't it? I do believe these snapper mowers, since I've looked into them, I've only started looking into them since I've been given one, they are actually very good. Many good comments. Top American engineering. The only downside is getting the parts, like I say, the fuel cap. They're not expensive and you can get them. But it's the shipping costs from America that's the problem. So if you know somewhere in the UK that I can get the parts without the shipping costs, or you know a fuel cap that will fit, let me know. it, but for free you can't complain. Right, let's give it some beans, shall we? We're only going to go half in. Now we're proper chucking out some grass. When I snapped the belt, it was a bit wet. The trouble is, I only have one day off work, and that day was wet. It's a lot drier today. There we go, YouTube buzz. There we go. So, it ain't bad, is it? Hey? Something going on here with this. Ooh, that's spinning. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but it's free. It's not a bad mower at all. I say, really, those little wheels isn't designed to be doing grass that's that long. This is a lawn tractor, not a field tractor. I've got the deck on the higher setting, which is 6. And then after a bowling green. But yeah, I like it. I like it. So, snapper mowers, on the whole, I'm giving them a thumbs up. I like them. I do like them. Very functional. Easy to work on. I've done the belt once. Done a few things on it already. Really easy to work on. Right, that's it for today. See you later. You're safe now, Jackie Poo. It's away. Have your ball. Innit? Safe. Haircut free, weren't we, Jack?